This exercise will be a biophotonic meditation, or as they call it in some cultures, a pranic meditation. There are different forms of this, but I believe this one is the most advanced and technical. It comes from the 7th century Taoists, from their immortality tradition. They say that if you do this meditation every day for 100 days, the three corpses purge from your body. And as I spoke about in the advanced psychobiology video, what they called the three corpses, which are kind of three bioenergetic parasites, as they described it in different parts of the body. These things seem to be constellations of trauma constructs, which over time simplified themselves into bioelectrical pathways, but they're still kind of self-parasitic and trauma-based. So by energizing the body with biophotonic energy, things like this seem to spontaneously de-identify and reintegrate. It seems like we don't actually need the amount of calories we're eating every day. It seems that we need minerals. We need a spectrum of 100-something minerals, and we need biophotonic energy. And in researching the breatharian community, they're able to essentially break down their metabolism and force a number of trauma constructs around starvation to forcefully reintegrate using long duration fasting. And they're able to break their biochemistry in a way where they can survive off biophotonic meditation. The purpose of this meditation is to essentially create a number of linked constructs that bridge from the perceptual and kind of consciousness layers of reality, that bridge all the way down to the biochemical layer. So we're essentially making linkages and using intention and symbolism and trying to build a bridge to bring biophotonic energy over from perception to biochemistry. So I'll start a guided meditation now that'll take you through this process. It's highly technical and you can't really do it wrong. It's just about intention and symbolism. So just lay down, get yourself comfortable, and start breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you breathe in through your nose, try to breathe deep into your diaphragm, deep into your belly. This lets your nervous system know that it's safe. As you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and you're filling your belly up all the way up your back, all the way to your upper back, and filling yourself fully up with air. Imagine you're breathing in light through your nose, and you're filling yourself up with light. And as you breathe out stagnation. It's much more powerful if, when you breathe in through your nose, you look to the left. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, you look to the right. Just keep doing this breathing and try to breathe in for 5 to 7 seconds, pause for a second, and then breathe out for 5 to 7 seconds. Once you do this deep vagal breathing for a minute or two, your nervous system kind of relaxes and we can move to the next step. Now visualize in your mind kind of a tube, like a small AA battery sized tube, and imagine the tube has kind of a vortex in the very middle of it. And imagine that light and air go in one side of the tube, and the other side of the tube, it comes out as this kind of etheric life force energy, this kind of really gentle etheric liquid that dribbles out the other side of the tube. So imagine air and light coming in one side, vortexing, combining, and turning into kind of etheric liquid that drips out of the tube. Now imagine you copy and paste this tube so you have two tubes, and then imagine inserting them into your nose. So as you breathe in through your nose, air and light combine, and this etheric liquid drips out the back of your nose. So the next step is we'll try to pull different qualities of biophotonic energy from the environment into specific organ systems, or more specifically, energetic fields related to organs. In the Taoist tradition, they do this while looking at different cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, etc. You don't have to do that, but I'll give you the instructions for that process if you would like to do it. So in the first step, we're going to pull in green biophotonic energy. We're going to use that to nourish the liver. This is done facing east, and it's done through salival glands, which are activated when you lick your lips and then put your tongue on the back of your top teeth. So to properly nourish the liver, you need to kind of try to make a connection to the bioenergetic field that the liver is radiating. You know, these fields are the 5 elements, the 5 fields related to 5 organs. These are higher dimensional antennas. So to connect with your liver field, try to feel into your liver, which is kind of under your lower right rib cage, and try to think of the feeling of you felt when you're really starving. This is what kind of triggers the liver. So if you kind of connect to this place of food abundance and food scarcity dynamic, and just imagine this kind of hot bile field, like a green hot bile field radiating off the liver. My voice should carry the energetic signature of it because I've done so much work with these energetic fields. So just tune into this field and we'll use it later through the process. So for now, we'll start with the first organ. So you may be looking east, and you'll lick your lips and put your tongue behind your top teeth, pressing against them. Now imagine you're looking at the horizon and you see a green mist start to form. It's beautiful, just shining, high energy green mist, and you pull it closer to you with your breath. As it comes closer, it becomes more dense. It gets denser and denser, and it goes from a mist to kind of a rain to kind of a liquid that you breathe in through your nose. And imagine breathing in this green light through your nose, and imagine it goes through the tube that you created and put there. And that green light mixes with the air, and it implodes, and it dribbles out the back of your nose and into your throat. It dribbles down, and imagine it dribbles into the saliva that's collecting in your mouth right now. So do this visualization 3 times or so. Pull light from the horizon, make it get denser as it comes closer to you. Suck it in through your nose. Pull it through that tube. Let it drip down into your saliva. And the proper way to do this is to not do it piece by piece, but to kind of put intention into all of those constructs equally at the same time. So imagine there's no separation between the green mist and the tube and the etheric liquid dripping down your throat into the saliva. Imagine it's one action. You're pulling light from the horizon, pulling green light from the horizon, pulling it straight into your saliva. This place, these saliva glands that are activating when you put your tongue there, the Taoists call this the morning flower. So pull green biophotonic energy into this morning flower place. Now, when you've done this a few times, set the intention that this will nourish your liver. Now, swallow the saliva and imagine it as this green, high energy orb that's going down with your saliva, and it's going down, 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 and it hits your liver's energy field, this green, radiating fire coming off your liver. And imagine it just explodes, and your liver lights up with light, and you set the intention, I will nourish my liver. And you can use your hands, you can put your hands on the different organs as you go. The more intention you put toward this process, the better, as long as it's all done harmoniously and it's all done at the same time. Now we'll switch to the heart. This is a red biophotonic field. Lick your lips and put your tongue on the back of your bottom teeth. You'll be looking south if you're doing the cardinal directions. Pull red light from the horizon. Imagine it getting denser and denser as it flows closer to you. And breathe this red light in through your nose. Breathe it through the tube. Imagine red healing liquid, red nourishing liquid dribbles down from the back of your nose into your saliva and energize it. And do this around 3 times. Now you can imagine your heart field. This is the kind of field that comes with overwhelming emotions. This is the same field that takes on heartbreak. This field is quite easy to access. So just tune into this red, flaming, energetic field structure around your heart. Now once your mouth has full of energized saliva, swallow it and imagine it a red glowing orb that's going down into your heart. And when it enters your heart's energetic field, imagine it exploding and nourishing your heart with light, and just set the intention, my heart is nourished. The next color is yellow. This is going to energize the spleen. The spleen is kind of opposite the liver. It's under your left rib cage. This place is often the place that cramps when you're running. So imagine you look out in the horizon and see a beautiful, nourishing yellow mist. If you're doing the cardinal directions, this one's actually in the center. You imagine the mist is coming from the center. Now imagine you pull this yellow light in, and it goes to the tube and it dribbles down your saliva glands, and you'll lick your lips and put your tongue on the back of the root of your molars in one part, and you can switch parts. This is called the jade spring. The place previously for the heart was called the cinnabar pool. So breathe light in, and in one visualization, imagine energizing this saliva with beautiful yellow light. And imagine your spleen's energetic field structure. The easiest way to connect to this might be thinking of the trauma of blood. When you kind of get shocked by blood in your environment, your spleen kind of seals your blood in a way to prevent you from bleeding out. You might think of the nauseating feeling of seeing blood. This is your spleen. You can try to connect to the energetic field structure through that. Again, on the lower left side, under the front of your ribs. So visualize yellow light coming in through the tubes, energizing your saliva, and do this a number of times. Once you've done this, swallow the saliva and imagine this beautiful yellow light dropping down. And once it hits your spleen's energy field, imagine it exploding and the spleen filling with light. And just set the intention, my spleen is nourished. The next color is white, and the cardinal direction is west. This is related to the lungs. So imagine a white mist off in the distance. Pull it into you. Imagine it get denser and denser. And pull this white mist into your mouth, through your nose to the tube, into your mouth. And the saliva glands will activate here, or on the front of the teeth, or related to the front of the teeth. So lick your lips and put your tongue on the front of your one side of your teeth, top or bottom, it doesn't matter. This place is called the numinous liquid. So imagine energizing the saliva associated with this construct. Imagine energizing this with white light coming off the horizon. And try to do it in one kind of visualization, passing through all the different steps, landing in the saliva, feel into it all at the same time, one channel. We're making a chain where we're not trying to hit these individual points separately. We're trying to create a chain. We're trying to create a pipe, a conduit. So once you've done this a number of times, swallow the saliva and imagine it splits in half and it goes down to each side of your lungs and explodes this white light. These lungs are quite easy to connect to, but the energetic field structure could be accessed easily through this concept of, fear or death fright when you go because you're shocked. This is your lungs energetically shifting. So you can try to access the lungs' energetic field structure through imagining some type of trauma which would affect the lungs. The last step is the kidneys. This is the color blue and the cardinal direction north. This place in the mouth is called the jade sweetness. The kidneys you can access through this kind of vibration of excitement and fear. Excitement, the energetic signature of excitement radiates off the kidneys, and it's actually the same energetic kind of pathway as fear. So just think about excitement in your body and how it would be radiating off this kind of kidney field structure. And you would lick your lips and roll your tongue backward onto itself. Look out in the distance, look north, and imagine blue light is on the horizon and it gets denser and denser and closer and closer. And you suck the blue light inside of you through your nose to the tube, dripping down the back of your throat, into your saliva. Try to do it all in one intention, one visualization, one construct. We're trying to make a chain, trying to make a tube. Fill your mouth with this blue, powerful kidney energy. It might be like a dark, inky blue. And as you've done this visualization a number of times, swallow the saliva and imagine it splitting in half and traveling to each of your kidneys on the flanks of your lower back. Imagine when it enters the kidney field, it explodes in a beautiful blue light. And just set the intention, my kidneys are nourished. You can use your hands. This is the 5 sprouts meditation. This is incredibly powerful and should be repeated every day for maximum effect. The same tradition that uses this uses one other simple technique I thought would be relevant mentioning. They say to look off in the horizon, imagine a really powerful thunder and lightning storm is coming, and it's coming closer and closer and becoming more and more powerful, more and more intense, and you can hear the crackling and you can feel the electricity and see the light, and just visualize all of that, and imagine you're breathing in the storm into your nose, and you're breathing it into your saliva. You allow energized saliva to build up, and then you swallow it and use it to energize your body. You can target this toward any specific organ you'd like. The Taoists, they say to swallow it in the Dantian, which is kind of the energy center around your sacral chakra. This is a really powerful tool, and you might expect to have trauma spontaneously bubble up or even spontaneously reintegrate as you get comfortable with these techniques and become quite proficient at them.